it. So I feel privileged to do the same. Thanks, Danny.
You're very welcome. I can't wait.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be speaking on behalf of my partner as well, who's also joined, Amanda Jane Kemp. Well, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what we do separately, apart from this wonderful world that we call Arbonne. So I'm an IT person. I work for a business that is a client of Marks and Spencer's. We work on their site up in Castle Donington. I've been doing that for the past 6 to 9 months, but generally I've been working in the IT sector for about the last sort of 12 years. It's what I've done since I left school. It's always what I've done, so I've always enjoyed it. My partner, she's a staff nurse, and she works at the City Hospital in Nottingham on the acute cardiac unit. She's also the same as well. She's also enjoyed doing that for the past about 13 or so years. So that's really us in a nutshell. We've been living together for the past 6 months, which has probably been the longest 6 months of our life. But yeah, she can probably hear that anyway.
Have you got a sofa yet?
Yes, we have got a sofa. That took about 12 weeks to come. Yeah, and the bed came at the same time as well, so we're spoiled for choice. Right. Well, I'm going to talk a bit about why we joined. Also talk about sort of why, why we joined. I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our journey, and what we've been through so far. So, why we joined. I'm very good and close friends with Philip McHale, who's husband of our very own EDM, Victoria McHale. Now, normally from time to time we have, lengthy conversations, we'd have catch-ups. He'll ring me in the car because he drives all around the country for a living and he's a merchandiser, he's in sales. So we'll speak for hours on end, some of it boring, but I'm not going to bore you with all of that. But on one particular conversation, he started speaking about this, magnificent business opportunity, and he sounded really excited about it. So, I'm sitting there listening, I'm thinking, is this something that I could do? And he was like, well, my wife's doing it at the moment. So, and she's throwing a party a few days' time. So, after him telling me the business opportunity, not really much about the products, I was already sold on the idea, because I think what's important in this business is that, they always say that when you join something like this, it's normally the person that you join rather than the business itself. It's normally people with credibility or are sensible or are reliable people. That's why you join. It's the person who's prospecting you or the person who's trying to share the opportunity with you is why you join. So I joined off the back of Vic because I know Vic. I've known her for the past 7 years, and I've always known her to be, quite a sensible person and always researches stuff thorough before she actually makes a decision. So without even knowing much about it, I joined off the back of that straight away. So I thought, if she's doing it, it must be, a good opportunity to do it. A few days later, well, actually the same night, I had to speak to my partner about it, and I was so excited. She didn't understand a word I was saying. She didn't know what I was talking about. She was like, what is this opportunity that you're talking about? And I was like, right, just come to this party and all will be explained. So she reluctantly came along, and the moment she got there, and Danny explained
I gave her a little hand
better.
spar at the sink.
Yeah, I think Danny explained it a lot better than I did. So she was very much smitten straight away. She loved the products, she loved the idea of it all, and we joined. I think, was it about a week after you or a few days?
A few days.
Yeah, a few days after you, and we joined there and then. We joined off the back of that. Another reason why we decided to join was because, leading up to joining, we decided that we were going to start our own family. And because we both do shift work, it's not really conducive to that sort of lifestyle. Generally at the moment we kind of, pass each other on the stairwell. So it's sort of, a 2-week period, we could probably see each other about 3 or 4 times. And to have a child on top of that is going to be quite hard. We'd have to have, babysitters all the time. And we thought that we wanted to be more hands-on parents. We wanted to be there, see, child take the first steps, crawling, all the important things that you normally have, when you have a new baby. So, we decided this was a perfect opportunity for that because we could work it around, our child. We can work our business around our child rather than trying to fit our child into our working lives. And I think because of what you can earn as well, you put the work in, and I know it's not an easy thing to do in network marketing, but if you do it right, if you do the simple things correctly, I understood that, with time you could build something really special. So, that was me sold straight away, and, I think AJ's kind of mirrored my sentiments where that was concerned. So those are the reasons why we joined. But I'm going to talk now a little bit about what's happened so far. It's been a crazy ride over the last 6 months. I can't believe some of the stuff that's happened, it's been crazy. So first off, in the first few weeks, we arranged loads of, parties, meetings with our warm market, family and friends. And in the first few weeks, we managed to reach DM Qual and the first leg of Strong Start, which is a big thing for us. And one of the things that stood out for me is the recognition I got off the back of that. I didn't see it as a massive thing, but everybody made it into a massive thing, and it made me realise that's something that I crave. I like the attention. I like the attention. I really like the recognition. When you do something well, I think you should all be recognised one way or another, whether it's monetary, whether it's just somebody saying, "Well done," pat on the back, that sort of thing. So I really liked that, and that was month 1. Month 2, we recruited 3 new ICs, and we absolutely blitzed the second month because we gained, I think, another sort of 4,500 QVs, which brought us up to 6,000 and brought us into district manager. I couldn't believe generally what was happening. It was crazy. Everyone was liking the business idea. Everyone was saying yes. My family love the products. They still use them now, and everything was good. We got even more recognition. We came to one of these regional trainings, and Danny gave us recognition for that, which I thought was quite cool. Got a few gifts as well, which was brilliant.
Did you get some flowers?
Yes, got some flowers. Yeah. And I think after that, I think we were kind of riding the wave a little bit, and we were kind of high off the success. But I mean, probably the next couple of months after that, I think we forgot the fundamentals of doing this business. We forgot, when you're in parties, it's good to sort of ask people whether they want to do more parties. You're always trying to get more parties on the back of the parties that you actually do. So it's all about the follow-up, and I think we forgot these little basic things. We were enjoying these parties so much that we weren't, we were thinking that all the business was going to sort of fall into our laps and not having to do, the basics to get people, your business rolling and the activity going. So around Christmas time, me and AJ, we sat down and we thought to ourselves, we've hardly got any activity going. What's going to happen? We've got nobody lined up. We had things going on in our lives as well. We were quite busy with work, and we thought to ourselves, well, what's going to happen? What should we do? And we had lengthy talks, and it was really hard times actually, because my family was going through things as well. My grandmother recently, she was in the hospital with heart problems, and I'm really close with her, and it kind of upset me a little bit. So I think the business kind of took a backseat to all that, and coupled with work, I was really stressed. So it was really hard, but having someone like AJ next to me, it really helped me. And sometimes I don't want to go off track, but I don't know what I do without her. So she's quite special to me. And
Is she on Zoom?
She is, yeah.
yeah, she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on Zoom.
Sorry. Yeah, where was I?
She's a good woman.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, she's a very good woman. I think, going through all of that, and then we decided that we were going to go to the Leadership Academy, leadership event in Manchester, where we met lots of great people. We met Ian Pritchard there. We met we met the Isles as well. We met them there. We met Yvonne Dixon, another national vice president, and Georgia Dixon as well, for regional. And they really had some really compelling stories. And while I was sitting there, I was starting to think, some of these people had less than what I had coming into the business, and they were really sort of sound, down to earth people. And it made me realise, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And it's very simple things that they were doing. It wasn't rocket science. It wasn't a magic formula of how to get as many people in the business as possible. It was all about just sharing your passion for something that you really love to do, and people feeding off that, and people making the choice whether they want to do the business or not. It wasn't about sort of trying to grab as many people as possible and hunting for people. It was more sharing, which I thought was really, which was really important to me. And I felt something clicked in my head that day, and it made me realise that I had to speak to as many people about something that I'm passionate about, a lot. So I think, everyone has their, their journeys, and everyone realises certain things in Arbonne at, at various times, and mine was that day. And I remember, Danny, for as long as I've known, has been posting, various things that are helpful to the business and helpful to us. But, a lot of the time, I was thinking, she's always posting, she's always doing this. Where does she get the energy? Where does she get the drive?
Fist sticks.
And
Fist sticks, yeah.
Yeah, fist sticks. And going to that conference, it made me realise why she does what she does. And I felt compelled to tell her that one day, and she turned around to me and she said, "You've made the shift." I was like, "What do you mean you've made the shift? What do you mean by that?" She's like, "Watch this video." So I watched the video and I totally understood what she meant. All it means is that you just have a change in mindset, during your journey. Some people get it at the start, some people get it in the middle, some people get it years later. But that was my point where I thought, okay, I'm really going to do this business properly, and I'm going to share it with as many people as possible. And I think AJ can mirror that as well. She's becoming more confident as well in doing certain things, and yeah, it's been really great, and we're back on the up, and we're looking forward to this weekend to go to another leadership academy. So that'll be great. And at the moment, I think in this business, we have a long-term goal. We're going to stick with it. We're going to keep moving, and we're going to keep doing the simple things right. And as long as we have a massive support system within Arbonne, and we keep it like a, kind of like a family where we all help each other, I think everyone can achieve great things in here. And yeah, that's been my journey pretty much so far, and our journey so far. So